Friday fun day. Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Craig Ben, aka Cash K, back with an NBA Prizepicks video. 3-1 yesterday. I knew I was a little nervous about that Durant pick. Once I knew it was a close game, I was like, yep, that pick is 100% chalked. And that's what I said. I was like, it's all about game theory. One thing you can do if you're like on the fence with a play like that, where if you know the game's going to be close and you're like, he's going to smash it. Or if you want to play the other side of the fence like I did, where I thought that game might get out of control, where he might not play the fourth, and you're confident about another pick, or two, go out there and play both sides of it. Play two picks from one side and throw it either way. I don't always recommend that, but if you're on a fence about something that you're either side of something like that, you can definitely play it like that. But yeah, that one chalked. Once I know that game was close, LeBron finished the fourth, kind of put that comeback in to the Lakers. They just did not look good without him. And I think we're going to see a lot of that. Probably going to manage his minutes, but if the game's on the line like that, or if they need to get back into it, I'm sure he's going to be out there. But we nailed the other plays. We had Davis over 23.5 points. He really showed out that game. Again, it was a closer game than I expected. But if the Lakers are going to, have that close a game against the Phoenix team where it was just basically Durant, Nurkic was in foul trouble, a good part of that game, it just didn't really do a whole lot after that first quarter. They're going to struggle a little bit there. And then we ended up hitting Embiid over 4.5 assists. And then we got Maxey over 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists first half. Saw a lot of people tilting that one early because, the first half got in a little foul trouble, came back, had a strong second quarter. Kid's just amazing when he's out there. I think they can ship off Harden and play around that team because they didn't look too bad, but Embiid just kind of looks like himself. Just wasn't really fully engaged. But yeah, that's what we got. 3-1. I got 4 plays for you here. If you don't have that Prizepicks account, use that promo code CashK and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. I'll stop yapping. Let's talk some NBA. All right, got the Prizepicks desktop up here. Again, we got 4 plays. We are going to talk about one we're going back to from back there on Wednesday slate. Yeah, on Wednesday on that big slate. I'm going back to a play on that one, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But again, 4 plays we got here. Again, if you want access to the tools that we have these new tools. Again, the NBA Elite Edge tool and for both Prizepicks and Underdog. Track the Underdog ones. I think it was through Wednesday, those 2 days, the big slate and the opening night. Anything over the 60% hit rate on those, I think it went 70% with the 60% or above. So we'll start tracking these down the road as we build these out. But really good showing. Really like the tools that we got going on here. This one is a Projection TV tool, but also the Elite Edge tool. We'll see what they have out here. Usually they take some time to put these out here. So it's one of those things you just kind of have to kind of see what's going on as they dump those projections out here, because Prizepicks does take a little bit of time. Usually the afternoon we'll start getting more of the free throws and stuff like that. It'll start dropping in here, and that's when that tool will automatically update once we start seeing some of that. So let's dive in and talk about these 4 plays. First play on tap, we're going to go over to Asar Thompson here. And one of the plays I like with him is we're going to go more than 6 rebounds. Open up at 5.5. One thing with no Bojan, he's going to be playing decent amount of minutes. We saw that opening game, tough matchup too against Miami in that first game that he did play. And, again, with no Bogdanovic out there, we're, probably going to be sidelined for maybe at least a month. He's going to be playing some minutes. And Charlotte, they're ranked 29th in the league in rebounds allowed. I mean, they just weren't good defensively last year. Again, it opened up at 5.5. It got pushed to 6. Again, this is still doing this, which is a pain. But 6 rebounds, I'm perfectly fine taking this. He had 7 last game, played 27 minutes. I think we'll see that 26 to 30 minute range for him. But again, they made a great comeback playing Miami the other day. And this is just a better matchup, honestly, for rebounds. And I have no problem taking Asar Thompson here at 6 rebounds. The next one we're going to talk about is one that I talked about we're going to go back to. It's Victor Wembanyama. And I'm going to go points and rebounds with him at this 23.5. If you watch this game at all on Wednesday, he got in foul trouble. I mean, he was in foul trouble basically the entire game. Put up 20 points and rebounds in that game and only played 23 minutes. He would have played more minutes than that for sure if he wasn't in foul trouble. And a lot of those minutes were in the fourth quarter. But look the part. I mean, hitting shots, just knocking out shots. Only shot 9 field goals. Was 6 for 9. Did get a few rebounds there as well. For him, he ended up getting 5 rebounds. He had 5 rebounds. Ended up putting up some decent points there towards the end of the game with 15 points. So again, ended up with 20. But again, if we're going to see, the minutes, closer to where I think they should be, around that 28 to 30 mark, I think he can easily crush this. And going up against the Houston team, they were ranked 29th in points allowed last year. So he should be able to put up a ton of points here. If you want to go 17.5 points, I'm okay with it as well. Again, he should be able to do whatever he wants against this Houston team. If you don't want to put rebounds, I just put it in there kind of as a little buffer because, I mean, the man is so damn tall. He should be able to get any rebound that he is around. So I'm throwing it out there. But if you want to throw 17.5 points, I'm perfectly fine taking that as well. Let's move on to the next one here. And again, it's a teammate of Asar's here. We're going to go Cade Cunningham. Boy, he looked good this first game back playing the Heat. I mean, they came back. And 29 points and assists. I think this opened up around 28 and a half, or at least on PrizePicks it was at 28 and a half. But put up 39 that game against Miami. Just absolutely did a great job. And you loved it. And if he's going to be playing like this again, going up against Charlotte defense, I mentioned they're 29th in rebounds allowed, 21st in assists allowed, 22nd in points allowed, just bottom tier defense all around. And I think Cade Cunningham, he's going to play like that, like he did, and he's going to get 35, 36 minutes against the Charlotte team. This should be a game that gets up and down, back and forth a ton. And I really like Cade Cunningham at this 29 points and assist. Again, looked real good. Again, we're talking about a 1-game sample size, but when he was healthy coming into the league, he looked super healthy or super good. So we're going to go right back to him. 29 points and assist. Then the last one we're going to talk about here is a guy that always makes me a little nervous, but kind of look like the old Ben Simmons in a sense. We're going to go rebounds and assist here. Oh, man, it moved to 13.5. Well, I'm going to move off this now, okay? When I was doing research, it was at 12.5. So within the last 15 minutes, this thing has moved from 12.5 to 13.5. So I'm scratching this play. I'll talk about it real quick, but I'm not going to play it at 13.5. He had 19 in the opening game against Cleveland. And again, he's not going to shoot, apparently, with the team. The minutes weren't massive either. He only had 23 minutes there. I'm not going to get after him here. He had 9 assists in that game, 9 rebounds, put up 19 rebounds and assists. But at 13.5, it is just way too high for me here. So I can't recommend that play anymore. I really liked it when it was at 12.5. But when it moves a whole point like that, I just can't. So we're just going to stick with these 3 plays this video. Again, Asar Thompson over 6 rebounds, Cade Cunningham more than 29 points and assists, and then Victor Wembanyama over 23.5 points and rebounds. So that's what we're looking at today. Again, hopefully we can get the sweep of these 3-0. If you want more plays and picks, join us over at dailyedgesports.com. It's a big slate today, so we should have a ton of picks, a ton of slips out there across a lot of the sites. So again, enjoy your Friday, and like always, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.